There we are. Welcome everybody to another community live stream here post-launch. We're currently in R52, speeding fast towards R53. My name is Matthew Anderson. I go by Barrick. All of you know me as Barrick in the community, in the forums, and in the game. And I have here, as always with me, Star to kick off some announcements and all sorts of interesting things we're doing with the game, right?
News.
Once again, we need community's help to figure out what kind of news button. Doesn't the teletype do that? Like Richard's teletype, it does some sort of, like, we got to haul that in here. Like, it's literally back now from the museum.
Yeah, it's back from the museum, so we could.
Yeah, we had a great launch event a few weeks ago, and local at a museum here in Austin, and with one of Richard's, I don't know how old that thing is, teletype. It's
almost 50 years old.
50-year-old teletype was back here in the office after it was loaned to the museum for their special game exhibit, or history of games exhibit or something like that. Yeah, that was really cool. So we got it back, and we should show some of that stuff in here sometime. So we're gonna make an episode when Richard Lord British Garriott is back in the office here on a Friday. He's not here today because I believe he's in the North Pole.
He's leaving today for the North Pole.
Yes. So that trip, understandably, will take a while. It's going to be frigidly awesome. A cute little phrase, frigidly awesome. It's the best I could come up with.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
all right,
it's great.
So we've got, how is everybody in the chat doing? We got Eclipse Maiden, Skeggy, Dakota Solazur. We've got you guys on Twitch. We've got a lot of people like Vladimir and Bodhi and Grimace and others in Discord. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We have a couple of community announcements before we hand it off to Star. I always like to kick off these, and we'll start with announcing what prizes we're giving away for this live stream. We always give away a bunch of prizes throughout it, and we have here, based on our flash sales today for Elven theme and my personal favorite theme, we have Elven Elite Archer Armor, we have the Ornate Elven Mage Staff, and as always I like to throw in a choice, an Ornate Elven Planting Beds or Pots set. To get several beds in one, or your choice of that, or several pots. And these are like decoration items. The armor and the staff are equipped wearables. We have also on Twitter, for everybody who's following us on Twitter, if you @ Shroud of Avatar or hashtag LBSOTA, stands for Lord British Shroud of the Avatar, during this live stream, we'll be giving a random winner from those people who do that an Elven starter bundle. And that includes the game.
What?
Yes. So you get the game and a couple of treats with it to get you on your way through New Britannia.
Sweet.
So those are those, and we'll start one of those in just a minute. But I first wanted to congratulate. We had a fun little Facebook contest this week, and it was a bit of a trivia question around titled the Oracle's Enigmas. So this was exclusively on Facebook. We're going to be doing these on a regular basis. So if you don't normally follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/ yes, you guessed it, Shroud of the Avatar. And we put a bunch of news and things on there too. But we did a trivia contest today, and we have 3 winners that are each going to receive 9 Kotos. Congrats to Jim Prideline. We've seen Jim on Facebook commenting quite a bit. Congrats there. Marcia Sullivan, and Roddy Barbanov. Congrats to you 3. You get 9 Kotos. We will follow up with you in the next couple of days to award those. And one community news bit. This weekend, we put this in the weekly update, which is coming out right after this live stream. EVLs, it's a guild, EVL, the Gauntlet returns. They've had this event before. Yes, this Gauntlet this event is amazing. It's this evening, so right after this live stream, jump into the game. Hopefully you're not playing the game at the moment, or you're obviously paying attention to this live stream. So pause the game here. Important news flash: the Gauntlet is ready for you tonight at 7 o'clock. And what it is, it's in Hidden Vale, by the way. Don't worry, Hidden Vale's not that hidden. You can find it. Gladiators obstacle course for all avatars is how it's mentioned in the forums. So there's details in the forums on the weekly update, which again we'll put out shortly after this. And it's a fun event for all of you avatars. So join that. It's going to be great. And I think we'll be there too. I'll be there at least. I'm not going to be in the gauntlet. I'm taking screenshots of everybody attempting the gauntlet. All right, well, other than that, let's start rolling for a prize. Let's just do top to bottom here. Elven Elite Archer Armor, if you want to win that. If you're on Discord or Twitch, type exclamation Archer. Exclamation Archer. We'll give that a few minutes so Star can talk to you guys about some news. News flash from Darkstar. We need like lightning with that too.
News. Why would there be lightning?
Because it's chaotic. And lightning is chaotic.
But what does that have to do with news?
It's news from Darkstar.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
We'll work that in.
Yeah.
Right.
I like how we both got the plaid memo today.
Yeah,
to wear plaid on the news.
I find,
which you're never supposed to wear on camera, right?
Really?
Aren't you supposed to wear solid colors on?
Yeah, you are, but
it's kind of
this is a green screen behind us, but it works.
It is?
It works pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. All right. So we're having a live stream now, but I wanted to mention that next week is actually going to be a special extended 2-hour live stream where Atos, aka Chris, and Core, and Travis, aka Vas Corp Por, those guys are going to be doing a special 2-hour extended deep dive into combat. So don't miss next week's live stream. Don't miss this one, because you're watching this one, but don't miss next week's, because it's gonna be awesome. Because they always run out of time in the monthly live streams, because we only give them 45 minutes, maybe at most an hour. So we're gonna give them 2 hours next week just to do stuff about combat. So don't miss next week. And in case you missed the announcement in the forums, we opened up the store for the live stream on Friday. The whole store was open. We recently had reduced the store as part of launch to just a few items. And then we kind of left it up all weekend to see what was going on, and then we took it back down. But then we decided to open it back up again for the rest of April. So the entire store is going to be open for the rest of April, all of the items. And we're also having some sales. So during this live stream, just for the length of this live stream, because this live stream is all going to be all about the music, all music stuff is on sale during the live stream. So until the live stream's over, everything music related is going to be on sale. And this weekend, we have all of the Elven things on sale.
So we're giving away prizes that are Elven themed, but I didn't put any music prize. If you think of one, Star, we can maybe do a surprise giveaway for an item in the music department.
Totally do a loot.
A loot.
We should give away a loot.
All right, there we go.
Because who doesn't love the loot?
What a hoot, the loot.
If you do not love a loot, I don't know what I can do for you. All right. And another very important announcement that we announced on the forums, and that's also going to be in our weekly update, is that we are moving store credits to crowns on May 7th. So at that time, if you have any store credits in your account, we will be converting them to crowns. But you have until then to spend your store credits, or we will be converting them to crowns for you at the current rates that we have on our store. And you can read more details about that in the forum post. If you have any questions about that, that forum post is open. You can post them there. I've been answering them as fast as people can post them. And last week we had our Release 52 live stream. It went amazing. It was Obsidian themed. Thank you, everybody. It was a lot of fun. We got tons. We got basically all of the stretch goals that we had posted, all the way up to the Obsidian plate armor and the Obsidian wizard robes. And we posted all the questions that we didn't have time to post. Those got posted yesterday. So I thought I would pick a few highlights from those. Papa Zaff asks, will there be anything in carpentry for furnishings, or will it always be focused on weapons? So I thought that was a interesting question, because there are actually a ton of furnishing recipes in carpentry. So there's chairs, there's tables, there's fences, there's walls, and including all the way up into actual houses. You can build an entire house in carpentry. So maybe you just haven't found those recipes, so you should check player vendors. There's loot. The recipes drop in loot. You talk to other players because they can teach you those recipes.
There's actually a really good guide for recipes on sodawiki.net. So you go there, you can check it out, find your way that way. By the way, Papa Zaff, thank you for live streaming our game. We appreciate that.
Yep. And Aular asks, there are a number of skills not working, like body slam, or that player feedback is that they are underpowered, like Knight's Grace. What skills are being looked at for rebalance and rework? So Chris answered, said, I hope to have 100% of the skill bugs fixed this release. 100%, some bold talk, Mr. Chris, but he's actually been putting in a lot of extra hours on that. Technically, I hope that most releases, but trying to make it time for this release. Knight's Grace in particular will get some extra features this release as well. Zador asks, does rapid fire really need to be on a 15-second cooldown? Chris says, yes, with an exclamation point. Even with that, it is one of the most popular skills. If I lowered that anymore, archers would just do rapid fire 100% of the time. That is absolutely 100% true. Rapid fires, like every archer uses that as much as they can. Z, can we get the alchemy ring to work with enchanting rather than alchemy, so it's in line with the other crafting artifacts? Yes, in fact, that I just saw that Jira go by resolved yesterday. And Bahamut Art asks, as a main tamer, I would love to see my Drake pet. Where's our Drake? Actually, that's coming, believe it or not. I won't give you an ETA on that, but we are discussing it, and we actually even have some potential art for that version of the dragon.
Drake pet.
Drake,
Drake.
like a tamed version of the dragon.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I thought you said drink pet, and I was like, what is that?
Not drink, Drake.
Some sort of interesting drink.
Drake. All right. So speaking of releases, that was all about Release 52. But of course, what's coming up is Release 53. And our live stream for that, and why that's important, because the credits to Crowns is happening on the 7th. So the live stream for Release 53 is going to happen on the 4th. So right before that. So the Friday before is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. And then then the Monday after that, on the 7th, is when we do the credits to Crowns transition. But before that, of course, is when Release 53 goes live on April 27th, and April 26th, and then we have the dance party on April 27th, which is the Friday after the release. So our release comes out on Thursday, April 26th, and then we have the dance party on the 27th. And we're going to do something a little different with the dance party this time. So the last dance party we had, we moved it to happen later because we had some feedback from our players, especially on the West Coast, that having, actually anybody in the US having the dance party from starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody's still at work basically. So we moved it to start basically at 5 o'clock after our live stream. And that way people had time to get home from work. But what that did for our folks in Europe was that was super late. But we were like, oh, well, it's Friday night, just stay up till, party starts at midnight. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to do a little experiment where I'm actually going to play 2 sets for the dance party. So I'll do a set at 2 o'clock. So we'll have a 2 to 4 set, and then another set from 6 to 8. So it'll be double DJ Darkstar for the dance party. And that's going to be on the April 27th, the Friday after our next release, so on the 26th. And speaking of Release 53, it's going to be so amazing. And it's going to be on QA next week. So please jump on QA and help us test it out. But there's going to be so many cool things happening at the in release 53. So looking for group is coming. There's going to be so much loot. I mean, so much loot. Like it's going to be amazing. So worn armor, animal skin rugs. So you're going to be able to take the skins and the heads out the animals that you hunt. So previously but you could make the trophy heads. Well, now you'll be able to make animal skin rugs. Toadstools. So we literally have made these chairs that you can sit on that are mushrooms. Get it, toadstools. And those you get off defeating the mushroom creatures. There's also we've added the system in, so player crafted gear that gets sold to NPC merchants. That's going to be added to the loot tables. And the biggest one, and I announced this last week in the live stream, lot deeds and homes are going to be in loot tables. And offline, in offline mode, we've cranked all of the drop rates for everything are going to be much, much, much higher. So tons and tons of loot. And then other cool things that are happening in Release 53. So crafting failure is now going to, when you're doing enchanting and masterworking, instead of destroying the item, is now going to result just in the durability loss. We're doing tons of work with story and scenes. So we're doing scene rebuilds, Tenebrous Harbor and Pinmar Island and East March, which we started showing last week. We've got more updates on those coming out with the update this Friday. One of the coolest things happening because of the work that we're doing with Tenebrous Harbor and Pinmar Island, which have a really strong pirate theme, means we're getting pirate NPCs. We're getting a haunted pirate city galleons homes. The pirate NPCs also means not for Release 53, but in the following release, we're going to get pirate wearables. Yes, I know. So exciting. Tons of side quests and polish, including a quest to get like this cool judge's wig, like think the 16th, 17th century classic long white curly wig. A Trojan duck quest, which I'll tell you about that in joke later. More reward blessings. We totally revamped the challenge dungeon, so it's using the battle royale tack that we use in other places, and it's much more robust. It's got ways for you to pick up where you left off. It's much better. Heraldry is going to open up for everyone in next release, so we're making new versions of all the heraldry stuff, including a new shield that's a rectangle shield, so it's going to be our first rectangle shield in the game, and a cloak that you can use with the heraldry system.
Seamus says, "Don't forget the eye patch."
Yes.
For,
another big change is we're changing the default way that jump works. So it's going to be on down versus release. So no more charge jump, although that'll still remain an option for those of you who become accustomed to it. Cool virtue effects on gear. So there'll now be effects on the virtue armor that are tied to your virtue. So the higher virtue goes, the better the effect, or lower your virtue. Lots of new deco and housing stuff, including the pirate galleon stuff that I mentioned, kobold style inn, elven lights, ornate tea set, a cloth tapestry of the Novia map, craftable banners, bathtubs.
Oh, yes.
So whenever, if you need a long soak after a tough day of battle or smithing, and you just want me time, you don't want to be social like in a hot tub, you just want to be alone, we're going to have bathtubs, and we're going to have bathtubs in all the styles. So like there's going to be a bike. Oh my God. I can't wait to show you guys the Viking bathtub, because it's like a little miniature longship with like the dragon prow. It's amazing. It's so cool. Player vendors. So we made the somewhat controversial decision that player vendors that haven't been attended to in a while will sit down. But right now they're sitting on the ground, which is pretty problematic, because if they're behind a counter, they basically just disappear. So Now they'll actually sit in a chair if there's a chair nearby. So that's going to be a little better. We've got new emotes tied to the Merits app that are going to be just the last ones were like the fitness theme of like there were push-ups and burpees and things like that. These are going to be yoga themed. There's going to be new water.org items. So glowing mug and the fur, they're going to be variations of the ones that the Airy Fund did with the ripple effect. New fireworks. So a bunch of cool new fireworks, including some bigger explosions up in the sky and some pinwheels, and a new combo for Chaos Magic called Chaos Bomb, which we were playing around with the other day, which is just amazing and horrible at the same time. Basically, it's an AoE that randomly teleports and confuses everyone in the area. It's so awesome and horrible at the same
perfect.
time.
Sounds chaotic to me.
It's just so great. It's so chaos. I love it. It's the greatest and the worst at the same time, which is what chaos should be all the time. So
we've got Vladimir here who has a question related back to the jump change.
Yeah.
Does jump now after this change go to full height?
Yes. So the default height for this new jump will be the maximum height of a charged jump. So it's much better. It's what everybody. It's what most people are. It's what jump works like in every other place. So should I go get the folks and we'll do some music?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right.
Perfect. I'm gonna give away more prizes. Prizes. We had the Elven Elite Archer armor that we were giving away, and I have a winner here. This is an awesome name, Channel of the Avatar. You win the armor. Congrats to Channel of the Avatar for winning our first prize. All right, so let's give away another one right away. Let's go for that. Let's do the choice for you guys. Ornate Elven Planting Beds or the Ornate Elven Pots set. Now, these are decorations for your lot or your house on your lot. And these are very, very nice beds or pots. You get a choice of either or. Type exclamation plants. Yes. It takes a while to think of these things sometimes. Got to be very careful because if it's too difficult to spell, we get them all over the place, which can be funny sometimes. Plants, exclamation plants on Discord or Twitch. And if you win something today, please message me, Barrick, in Discord or on Twitch, Shroud of the Avatar, what you won, especially if it's a choice, which choice, and your account name so that we can award the prize to you. And a quick other reminder, we have our Twitter prize, our Twitter giveaway for the Elven Starter Bundle, which includes a copy of the game. So if you're just tuning in and you don't have the game yet, this is a perfect opportunity. Tweet us at Shroud of Avatar or hashtag LBSOTA. Anything about the live stream at all, anything about the game this hour. And we'll give that away after the live stream. What's up? I have a notepad ready. Oh, you need one. Okay. All right. So notes ready, prizes charged, and we're gonna give that a few more minutes to just kind of get everybody, give a chance to participate. How's Jalby? How's Windelf Moon? We got actually almost a record here of followers on our community live stream, 150. Thank you everybody for following us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, Grimace, the R53 release dance party is on April 27th. That is correct.
April 27th.
Friday, April 27th.
And as you were talking about that, Star, the last dance party, everybody was like, oh, that's an awesome party. And then you were talking about the split of this next DJing of the two time periods. And everybody was like, literally like, the second one is the night after dark session. The after party. So you're going to turn up the music to something crazy, I'm sure. So you got mouse, keyboard in hand. Let's do a little switch over, unless you want to like introduce something before we switch over to it. You good? All right. So we got some music to show here today. Yeah. We got musical instruments in the game.
So Travis had this great idea because a lot of people don't realize how much you can do with music in our game. There's between musical instruments and radios and phonographs and the ABC system and all that stuff. So what we thought we'd do is show you what you can do with our musical instrument system first, and then we're going to show you how to use a radio and how to use phonographs. So we'll start with musical instruments.
So I noticed we put instruments and stuff on sale a lot of time during the live stream. Let us know if you guys could hear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But there's a lot you can do in this game with the in-game instruments and the ABC files that I don't think people know you can do if you walk around town and you hear people, you know, because you can do play if you found an instrument or crafter that you can use the number keys and do octaves and sharps. Some people can play like that. They can like really play. When you hear people playing a crazy song, they're not jamming on their keys and actually doing that.
That'd be impressive.
They're using sheet music out of their folder or if you type data folder /data folder and hit enter and then go into your sheet music file, any ABC file you put in there, you can just do /play and then the name of the song, and it'll play that song. But one of the coolest things in Shroud, which I spend a lot of time on when I'm playing, is you can sync with band. So we've gotten these guys together. We don't have a name for our band yet, but these guys play in Soul Town a lot. Here we got Kojis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm sorry.
If you put N, you can turn.
Oh, that's right. We got Kojis. Yeah, we all dress the same, so it's hard to tell. We got Gix, that's Matt, the animator Gix. We got Scrota, a well-known music maker. And we have Sasa, Svanhild. She plays a lot of music with Kojis down in Soul Town too, usually on the piano and hanging out. So if you guys are ever down in Soul Town. Oh, I made myself a co-owner. I'm hoping I'm not moving anything. So I need an accordion. We wrote down a little set list that we were going to play a couple songs. And an accordion. And so I'm going to type play Shanty JRP. This is John Ryan's polka, which is in the film Titanic, I think, but it's an old one. So I'm typing play, the name of the song, and then sync. And it tells me I'm ready. My group's telling me that they're ready. We have a Jira to tell your whole party when you're ready, because you're just like, did you type it wrong? Where'd you type it wrong? But
That's actually going live in next release.
That's
which is
great.
Why we wanted to have this stream now, is because this fix is going live in next release.
Yeah. So I think everybody's ready, so I'm going to start the band off.
All right, here we go.
Everybody's only playing their instrument.
It's too loud for you guys. Just let it go.
You can hear
it at all. Let it go. It's very good. It's one missing.
Settle down, cowbell guy.
Dragier was actually what fix did I just say? So the fix is when a band is trying to sing this part of a song, that instead of having to do the asking if everybody's ready, it'll broadcast that and automatically start.
It's ready. Alright, I guess Can you guys hear it? Are you guys gonna do? We have a few songs here. We can move on from. It does sound like MIDI because the way a lot of us make our ABC files is to find a MIDI song on the internet and run it through one of several is to find a MIDI and then run it through a converter, which converts it to ABC. So we have a lot of. Okay, so second, we're going to do another song.
Well, you can turn it back up once the music plays. But before you start, so I see people couldn't hear me over the music. So, so to repeat what the fix that I was talking about is at the beginning of a synced song like that, where all of the band members are going to play a song together. The way it works now is basically you have to type the /play sync, and then you have to let everybody has to say they're ready, because they all have to do that as well. But there's going to be a new command that basically does all of that automatically.
Yeah, everybody will see who's ready.
Yeah. And so you won't have to do that manually. So you can turn back up.
Okay.
I feel like 3/4, not quite this.
So everyone's told me they're ready. Oh, no, we didn't have Koji's. We didn't have Koji's. That'll help that a lot.
Did it start over?
Yeah.
Stop the music.
So we got together and practiced a bunch, but it's like any band. Get angry and...
How many people can you have max?
The group party is max, so you can do 8 parts. 8 people at the moment until we raise. I don't know if we're going to try to do raid music playing, but...
Or you could have the 1 or 2 guys that's playing the music as everybody's fighting. That's in the background.
Scrota actually shows up to control points a lot, and he runs around and plays.
Nice.
Oh, great. I didn't actually play. I was supposed to be the drummer. I'm just going to manually drum since I missed it.
You and I asked, does there have to be a separate AV file for each instrument?
Does it have to be...
Separate file?
So no, some people make split ones and they'll designate like who's doing what part, like the one-man bands work that way. It's one file, it's one sheet music. So somebody's asking, is it possible to get a music book or something similar? So you can have the sheet music, so these are all my drum songs, and just double click it out of your inventory, and it'll start playing that with whatever instrument you have equipped. And a lot of people, if you go, there's vendors all over the world and ask around, they just sell songs, and you can take them to the bar, and you don't have to own an instrument. If you find a bar with a piano, you can do it.
What's that one, what's the music or dance that called for impromptu and everybody start joining together?
Jazz?
Not quite.
Jam session?
Yeah, whatever that random one is. Anyway, in any case, Vladimir asked, how insanely hard would it be to be able to jump into a song? So basically, somebody's playing on the overworld map somewhere, and you're like, I want to jump into that. That's cool. Not gonna happen.
Yeah. Once everybody's
insanely hard is correct.
It comes down from the server, which I think is great. I mean, if you're good enough, you can hold the beat. I don't know if everybody else is hearing you on the beat.
Well, that's what friends are for. So you can
That's
jump
right.
in.
I'm on. Oh, I think we're all doing the loop for the song we decided.
They're asking if you have to be in the same party. I think they need-
Yes, you do. You do have to be in a party to sing. You can kind of see everybody get ready.
Well, we're on the theme of music here, guys, and they're starting a new song. Let's award the Ornate Elven Mage staff to Saya Lin. Congrats, Saya Lin, for that. You get an Elven Mage staff, which looks really awesome on your character. Please message Barrick on Discord, I believe you were on, and we'll get that to you as soon as possible. The next prize, let's give away a lute. We talked about some musical instruments to give away today. Celebrate our 8 here. If you want to win a lute, type exclamation. Okay.
We all decided to dress up close as we could to mariachi outfits.
That's great. Somebody get a screenshot of this. If you're on Twitch, this is the perfect option for Discord or either one. If you're watching the live stream here, grab a screenshot, and we'd love to see it. In fact, if you tweet it out, if you tweet it out, mention this live stream, you get a chance to win that Elven Starter box.
One thing that's fun to do in town is there's bagpipes in the game, and everybody can type. If you select someone and you type /follow, you'll just follow them as they walk around. So the first person, you'll make the snake of bagpipers and annoy the heck out of everybody walking around. I know Scrota sells music in Central Brittany, Kalen sells music in Oracle Oasis, Arca EMP Strike, and Spec have a great music store in your hometown, Ordinus Mortis.
We just actually had our this week's live stream. Wait, yes, this week's live stream was on Ordinus Mortis. Very nice town with Lady Minerva.
I started listing the people who sell music, and I'm gonna forget people, and I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. There's a lot of music out there, and just people who make their own songs and trade them. I know Soultown Inn is a good place to go hang out and trade songs. All right. So.
Yes, Vladimir, we did get your question on the jump, and it is yes, as far as the full power on the new jump when that goes into play.
So is everybody ready? I think so. Also ready? I mean, a lot of Christmas music starts December, and I'm the Nutcracker, LA. Fairies. We have an emote thing, but I'm not gonna
the office. Sorry.
Oh, weird. Tell it.
Add some super Kenya.
Yeah, the flute got fixed with the last release. Super happy about that. Will there ever be a viola or a violin? We hope so.
Eventually.
If you don't own an instrument, I know they sell them on vendors and you can craft some. If you see a bar at a piano in an inn, you can just sit down and start banging your keys, or ask them if they have ABCs, or ask someone, hey, do you know how to get music? People are pretty generous in the song.
And as you can see here, guys, we got pianos with different types. We have larger ones. Right, I think. Thoughts on the
No.
Breaking my immersion. There's a certain famous American saxophonist that I've made many songs on, played on the flute. I just played on the flute.
There you go.
Washboard.
Flute is a mini saxophone anyway. Or that's what I say.
Alright, one more song?
Sure.
Okay. What have I written down for me? Oh, okay. One more.
Well, while you're getting ready for that, I've got a winner for the Ornate Elven Planting Beds or Pot set. Congrats to Turok64. Turok64. Let me know, this is Barrick, which one, the Planting Beds or Pot set? And I guess, well, that's actually, we did the Archer Armor, and we did the Planting Beds or Pot set, and we did the Mage Staff. So excited to get all. Oh wait, that was the loot. What am I talking about? I'm sorry, Turok. You get the loot, which is even better. So there you go, because you can just start playing that right away as soon as you get it. So you get the loot, and now we're going to be giving away the Ornate Elven Planting Beds or Pot set. So let's roll for that, Let's do these prizes a little bit wrong here. We did that already too. Mage Staff is what we're giving away. Okay, Mage Staff. Mage Staff. Here we go. Exclamation Mage. Go for it, everybody.
So these are kind of fun songs. There's a lot of popular music that people converted, a lot of metal, Scrotolites metal. Sasa is from France, and she's been doing a lot of like accordion music and Edith Piaf. I like to do a lot of classical, like we've split off, a bunch of Rachmaninoff piano concertos, and we just sit in Soultown and play them. There's a guy, Mint Balderson, he only wears a kilt, he likes to play punk on the piano there in Soultown.
And we've got, ever since we started our ambassador program, organize and recognize the variety of languages in the community. For our kind of German and other community members, they've gotten together and talked to forums about organizing events and organizing little groups like this. It's great.
So it's not just instruments. There's all kinds of ways. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for playing music with us. Our little troupe of mariachis here today. But there's also, I think people don't always know. If you go to a dance party and there's 40 people dancing and you're not sure what they're listening to, or if they're just listening to their own music, in game, if you find one of these radios in the world, you can also get a hold, if you can, of these headsets that are kind of portable things. So if you're just sitting there crafting all the way across the world, there's 2 radio stations in the game. And so you can select one. So the dance party, you DJ on one of them, and so that's what everybody's hearing. So you can just walk up to one of these and hit play.
They're playing all the time or something.
Oh yeah, there's different DJs throughout the day, different time, and they have different styles. Some people like EDM, some people just eclectic. There's classic rock program. It's not always music too. There's like talk shows and.
Yeah, and you can actually, that's customizable too. So it defaults to those 2. Those are our 2 official radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
But you can actually customize it and add any web radio station to that. So there's an add button to it, and if you have your a favorite web radio station, you can add that URL to it.
Yeah, just be sitting, never break immersion, and sit on your carpentry station and wherever your hometown is. And a lot of the DJs will take requests if you know their name, just whisper them, and then your song comes on a little later. It's pretty fun. In addition to that, there are also these in-game wax cylinder players. These are pretty cool. Right now we have a Shooter Jennings song queued up. So you can have these in your home and kind of load them up. This is pretty quiet for us. I don't know if it's super quiet for you.
A little louder for them, but...
Someone says every time I've added one, it doesn't play. Well, we'll look into that. Or I don't know if he's doing it wrong or if there's a bug with it. We'll find out. What is Richard doing at the North Pole? I think isn't he taking his son to be the youngest person ever to reach the North Pole?
The youngest male person to be at the North Pole. You can, and we actually have a fix that's going in. 2 fixes are going in for the phonographs in release 53. One, we're removing the light sources on all the phonographs. I can hear the cheers going through all the decorators, so they will no longer count against your light sources. The other fix we're doing for the phonographs is if you look at all these wax cylinders, the different wax cylinders that we've sold at different times of the year or for different events, like the Shooter Jennings wax cylinders are this custom pink. And like the ones we sold at Christmas were this that green color. I think we had some orange ones for a spooky soundtrack we had. But when you play them, they don't actually show up on the phonograph. But we made a fix so they'll actually appear on the wax cylinder, and depending on which one you put on there, it'll show the actual color on it. Because the actual machine was built to display the wax cylinder animating and playing on the top there, but they weren't doing it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more song. Should we play us out or run around? Or?
Oh, just one more. Show the automated wax cylinder. That was a single wax cylinder, but there's also this other version. So there's an automated phonograph where you can put multiple wax cylinders
just load it
in
up.
one, where you can load up a bunch of them in there, and it'll play through a playlist of them. So
someone wants a Stones wax cylinder. I'm pretty sure. Does that exist?
I'm pretty sure there is one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there isn't, because that Stones is not ours.
Oh, yeah, we don't own the rights to that.
Yeah, that's not ours.
I
That's
have
Ultima.
maybe heard a song similar to that played in the world.
There's our one-man band.
All right, yeah, so you guys can do one more song.
All right, one more song. Oh, there's also this one-man band. If you don't have a lot of friends or you just want to test out a song, that guy had a one-man band on, and so that'll split all the tracks. All right, we got one more song. We'll play the way out. I'm on the piano for this one. We wrote down all our parts. See if these guys are still paying attention. Gix is ready with the drums. The rest of our band. Come on, band. Alright, Koji's is ready. Sasa. Sasa is on. Oh, I don't know if I gave her. I don't think she was here for this. Alright, cool. This might not be public domain.
Right.
Corey. Corey showed up in a tuxedo. That was kind of, you know, the gist of the music, and there's a lot of stuff you can do in the game. Like I said, like my characters could be a lot higher level than this, but I just get stuck doing this, and I have fun doing this, and creating songs, and like looking up cities. And a lot of people go into their ABC files and tune each note like perfect. I just kind of shove it together like, oh, this is go really try it. Perfect.
Music stuff.
Okay. Everybody, actually, can I kill the music so I can give away one last prize?
Yep.
Tone in the background, thank you. Alright, let's switch this back over. There we are. Alright, guys, we've got one more prize to give away this evening, and don't forget, you have 15 seconds or so for that Twitter prize as well. Congrats to Cleo Dude. You win the Ornate Elven Mage Staff. Message me, Barrick, if you're on Discord, which looks like you were on Discord this time. But if you're on Twitch as well and just watching this on Twitch, you can message Shroud of the Avatar. Anybody who won, please message one or the other so we know what you won and we can award it to you as quickly as possible. We've got a weekend of events in the community coming up here fast. We've got the EVL's Gauntlet returns at 7 o'clock Central Time tonight, so jump in on that. Check it out. It's in Hidden Vale. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't want to participate, you can just watch it. Play a little music during the event. You know, why not? Is there anything else you'd like to say before we sign off here?
No, have fun!
All right, have fun, everybody. See you in New Britannia, avatars.